These days, there are a lot of people talking about storytelling, and they're talking about using storytelling more in the context of leadership communications in order to be a better leader, or for salespeople to be more persuasive with their customers. So let's talk about the world of persuasion. There are 5 main ingredients in the world of persuasion. The first one to talk about is perspective. You got to provide your audience with some perspective. You got to give them a new point of view or get them to look at things from your point of view. Also, you got to talk about things that are beneficial to them. You know, what's in it for them and what's the value to them if they do what you're trying to persuade them to do. Also, you got to make it interesting. If you make it interesting, you can keep their attention, keep them awake. But also, if you make it interesting, it makes it more memorable, and therefore the information will stick long after you're gone. Then also, you've got to back up what you say. So you've got to have some evidence to support the claim that you can help them or that your idea will make a difference. And then finally, you're going to have some topics that you'll discuss. For instance, like you might have features of some tool you're talking about, or maybe there's different aspects of your plan that you want to go into more detail on. Unfortunately, people spend a little bit too much time worrying about this and not enough time worried about the rest of them. But let's get back to the topic of storytelling. So where does storytelling fit into this? Well, storytelling is a method for delivering some of these ingredients. For instance, you might have a story that helps share some perspective with your audience. And maybe if the story is interesting, you can also use it to cover this ingredient. And then sometimes you might have a story that can serve as evidence. Maybe it's a story about a problem, and you're using that to prove that they need to do what you're recommending. Or maybe you're using it as a story to demonstrate a model that they should follow. So storytelling is a great method. We highly recommend it. We believe in it. It's powerful, but it's just one method. What if your topic just doesn't lend itself to being used in a story? Or what if you're not comfortable as a storyteller? Or what if you like telling stories, but maybe for this particular audience, you're not comfortable using a story with them? Then what do? Well, there are many other methods for delivering these ingredients. Everything doesn't have to flow through a story. So when we talk about corporate storytelling, we're talking about the whole thing. We like to create people that are called corporate storytellers. And corporate storytellers are able to deliver these 5 ingredients, and they know how to mix them in just the right way and in just the right order so that they're more persuasive. And if you're more persuasive, then you don't have to convince your audience to do anything. What happens is you give them the right information in the right way so that they can convince themselves. So that's what we call corporate storytelling.